everyone, I'm back with another tea review video from my Sips by November box. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Steeping Room, the white tea with apple and holiday spice. I will say this right off the bat, there is some discrepancy here. The front of the package says to use a teaspoon. The back of the package says to use a tablespoon, and the instructions that came with it said to use a tablespoon. So I actually did go ahead and use a tablespoon of it, because when I was looking at it, I could just tell, a teaspoon was not going to be enough. So this is the color that it came out to be. Let me put something white behind this so you can see. We get kind of that golden color. Definitely has a little bit of a greenish tint, which you can't seem to see here. But again, this is 1 tablespoon that's been steeping for about 2, maybe 3 minutes. So to say a little bit about this tea, it's a white tea blended with dried apple, cranberry, and cinnamon. As soon as I opened this tea up, I could smell the cranberry. It smelled like I was opening a bag of craisins. So definitely has a strong cranberry smell. So if that's something that you don't like, I would not suggest this tea. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this tea and take a taste and let you know how it tastes. Okay. So here is what it looks like once it's all brewed. You can actually kind of see the cranberries that have rehydrated in there if you look real close. And this is what the tea looks like when it's out of the package. I kind of love that it's got these big chunks of cinnamon, cranberry. You can actually see that. I always enjoy seeing things like that. So as far as the review of the tea goes, this is a really light tea. It almost feels like you're drinking water in terms of the mouthfeel. The smell, as soon as you bring it up to your nose, you can smell the cranberry and the apple. So if that's, again, something, if you're not into fruity teas, this is definitely not one for you. I am not quite getting the cinnamon, but I'm wondering if that's because I didn't have that whole cinnamon stick in my particular brew that I got. But other than that, this is a really light tea. It says it would probably be good hot or iced, and I could definitely see that. Again, I don't sweeten my teas. I don't put anything in them. So this is just straight with the tea. I feel like it's probably sweet enough as it is. Again, it's really, really light. So this would probably be something mid-morning if you just need kind of maybe a little pick-me-up. It is low caffeine. I would say you could probably even drink this as a after lunch, afternoon tea, and you'd be okay as far as caffeine goes. Now, this one, I'm looking at this, and considering that it's supposed to have a tablespoon in each one, I'm thinking I might only be able to get maybe 1 or 2 cups out of this. Considering how, or sorry, maybe 3 or 4. Considering how light this tea is, I would say probably a 3 to 5. I generally like my teas to be a little bit bolder. I might try to double brew this one because, again, I tend to like my teas a little bit stronger, and see if I like this better when I double brew it. I went ahead and doubled up the recipe again because I do like my teas a little strong, and honestly, it hasn't really changed my assessment. So I'm going to say again, this is a 3 out of 5. And if you look at how much I have left, I probably have enough for 2 cups, maybe 3. And that's just if I'm doing 1 tablespoon. So this one, I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe this one isn't exactly worth the money that I paid, just because I'm not getting a whole lot out of it. So if you take, 15 divided by the 4 teas I got, I just am feeling like this one is maybe just a little too expensive for what you're getting. So I can't really recommend this one, or feel like I got a good value for my money out of this particular tea.